Yes, the question is GCD of 11 of 7. The Euclidean theorem states that GCD of A comma B is equals to B comma A mod B. Okay, and once the value, whenever we are calculating this, and once we will get the equation like A comma 0, whenever we reach to the answer like this GCD of A comma 0, then in that case we say GCD of A comma B will be A. This is the theorem of Euclidean algorithm, isn't it? By using this we have to solve this one. Let us just revise, because in last session we have solved only one numerical. So 11 and 7, what we have to do is B comma A mod B, right? So here A is 11 and B is 7. Keep your notebook with you, keep your notebook and pen with you, okay? Write down everything, because today's entire session is on based upon the numerical. So A and B. So here we are going to write 7, 11 mod 7, isn't it? So here we can write, let me write GCD. So GCD of 7 comma 11 mod 7 will be 4. So this will become now A and this will become B. Up to which we have to continue till we will get the value A comma 0. Right. So again we are going to apply the same formula, B comma A mod B. So here B value is 4 and A mod B. Right. So the answer we will get here is 4. 7 mod 4 will be 3. Now again we have A and the B, so which is not yet 0. So GCD here B comma A mod B. So 4 mod 3. Now here again GCD 3 comma 1. So still we have to continue. GCD, this is A, this is B. 1 comma 3 mod 1. Okay. So here we can now say 1 comma 3 mod 1 will be 0. So now we have reached to the GCD of 1 0. See, GCD of A 0, right? We have reached up to this point. So whenever we get this value, then we can say whatever the A value is there, if GCD of A comma 0, then A will be the answer. So here we can say, conclude, GCD of 11 comma 7 is nothing but A value, that is 1. Right. So also we know that here we got the GCD as 1, and whenever for two integer variables their GCD is 1, then it is called as the co-prime numbers. Right, co-prime numbers. We also called it as a relative prime numbers. What is mean by this? When GCD of all the numbers which are present over here, if their GCD is 1, then and then only we call those number as co-prime number to each other, right? So these are the co-prime to each other. So this is one of the method by using the Euclidean algorithm, how you can calculate the GCD of two numbers, right? So now to calculate GCD, there is one more method, that is the table method. Okay, I hope you are sitting with your notebook and the pen. Please note down everything. Now, let us take one more example to calculate GCD, but this time we are going to calculate by using some different method, table method. Okay, let me write the question. Find method 2. Find GCD of 2740 and 1760. Find GCD of 2740 and 1760. Now, how we are going to calculate the GCD? Simply, we will require some variables here. Here I am writing quotient, Q for quotient, R1, R2, and R. Okay, total 4 variables I have used here. I'm going to prepare one table. Okay, now what is the value of R1 and R2 here? Here we have A and the B, right? 2740 and 1760. Now this A is nothing but the R1 and B is nothing but R2. Okay. So whatever the value for R1 and R2 is there, that we are going to write in A value will be written into the R1, B value will be written into the R2. So 1760. Okay. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to find out the modulus. Fine. Here we are going to write the remainder. After doing the modulation or divide operation, we are going to write here modulation mod number or remainder number, and here we are going to write the quotient. Okay. Till when we have to continue this? Till we will reach to the R2 value equals to 0. What I am saying is, we will calculate R1 mod R2. Okay. And every time, whenever we are going to calculate this, we will get some quotient and remainder. Fine. Once the first step will be executed, then what R1 and which R1 and R2 we are going to take? We are going to replace R with the R2 and R2 with the R1. Okay. This will be the first step. We will calculate R1 mod R2. Okay. Then replace R1 by R2 and R2 by R. Okay. Now we are going to do same thing. अब यहाँ पे ये replace करेंगे जब हम R की value यहाँ पे R2 की value यहाँ पे करेंगे, और फिर से क्या करेंगे? We are again going to calculate, then continue step 1. Okay. Now but continue कब तक करना है? यही कि R2 R1 किया, swapping किया, फिर mod निकाला, फिर ये values निकाले, ये कब तक करेंगे? This you have to continue until R2 value becomes 0. Okay, until R2 value becomes 0. So at this point, we are going to stop. At this point, we will stop. And that time, we will write GCD of A comma B is equals to R1. Right? In this way, we are going to calculate the GCD of these two larger numbers. Now here, we have R1 2740, we have R2 1760. We are going to divide this. Okay. Now क्या करना है हमें इधर? 2740 1760. अभी इसको 2 करेंगे तो क्या होगा? 3520. So it is better कि first quotient 1 से ही divide करते हैं. If we will divide this value, then 980 will be remaining. Right? 980 will be remaining. Okay, 1 से divide किया. अब क्या करना है second step? The second step is replace R1 by R2. Simply we are going to shift this R here and this R2 here. So 980 and 1760. Now we have the new R1 and R2. Okay. So again repeat the same thing. Again we are going to perform the mod operation. So here also we have to take the quotient 1. Then the remainder will be 0, 6, 7, 780. Right. Same thing. We are going to replace. Here it is 780 and here 980. Okay. Repeat the step because we still not at the 0 point. R2 की वैल्यू 0 होने तक हमें करते जाना है. तो 780 को फिर से हम 1 से डिवाइड करते हैं. 780 and 980, 200. Okay. So repeat the step 200 and here 780. 200 से 780 को डिवाइड करेंगे. So we can take Frieza. So minus 600 will be 180. Right? Now replace the thing. 180, 200. 180 ones are, then remaining will be 20. 20, 180. 20 से 180 को डिवाइड करो. Now we can say here total 9 से करेंगे तो the remainder will be 0, isn't it? So now we are going to replace this. Here we are going to write 0, 20. We are going to write here, right? Now here we got the R2 value 0, right? R2 value is 0. So here we have to stop. So once we will get the R2 value 0, whatever the R1 value is there, whatever the R1 value is there, that will be our GCD. Okay. So here we can say the GCD of 2740 and 1760 is equals to 20. You got this? Is it clear? Nikita, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Simple hai. You just have to remember this 2 and 3 steps. Write down the Q, R1, R2 and R. R1 and R2 will be A and the B value. Okay. And then you have to divide this value. Mod operation perform karo. Remainder will be written here. Quotient will be written here. Once the calculation will be done, replace R to the R2, R2 to the R1, and then perform the same thing. You have to continue this operation till you will reach to R2 value becomes 0. Once you will get the R2 value 0, whatever the R1 value is there, that will be 20. So that will be your final GCD of two numbers. So even if अभी मान लो यहाँ पे मतलब इससे ये बड़ी वैल्यू है, सो आसानी से हम लोग यहाँ पे मॉड करके आगे आगे आ गए. बट व्हाट इफ अगर यहाँ पे स्मॉलर वैल्यू रहती, यहाँ पे बड़ा रहता, तो फिर क्या होता ना कि वी आर गोइंग टू डिवाइड द स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर बाय ग्रेटर नंबर. तो वहां पे क्या हो जाता, रिमाइंडर में वॉट एवर द स्मॉलर नंबर देयर वो आ जाता एंड द क्वोशंट में 0 आ जाता. देन वी आर गोइंग टू रिप्लेस दिस R हियर, R2 हियर. तो मतलब ऑटोमेटिकली वो स्मॉलर वैल्यू फिर से छोटी बन जाएगी इधर, मतलब रिप्लेस हो जाएगा ना इधर इस साइड में. सो यू कैन कंटिन्यू विद द सेम फ्लो. That is also easy, not a big deal. So I hope this Euclidean algorithm is clear to you. Basically, Euclidean algorithm or the theorem is used to calculate the GCD, as well as there is a one part which is called as extended Euclidean algorithm. क्या होता है? The next is extended Euclidean algorithm. Write down this one. ये लिख लिया ना? Make a note of this. At least ये steps लिख के रखो. एक और सॉल्व करके बताएंगे. Write down the question. Find GCD of, let's say, 25 and 60. Find the GCD of 25 and 60. By using the tabular form, calculate so that आपको क्लियर हो जाएगा कि ये समझ में आया है कि नहीं आपको खुद को. Okay? Calculate in your own notebook. Quotient R1, R2, and then R. Your R1 will be 25, R2 will be 60. So 25 and 60. R2 is greater, right? So we are going to divide. We are going to take the quotient 0. So the remaining value will be 25 as it is, isn't it? Now we are going to swap these values. 25 here, 60 here. तो ऑटोमेटिकली ये फिर से इधर आ ही गया, तो ये अब आसान हो जाएगा, right? Now here 25 to the 50, remaining value will be 10. Now 10 we are going to write here, 25 we are going to write here. Here we can divide it by 2. The remaining value will be 5. So 5 we can write here, 10 we can write here. 0, 0, and the 5. So once we will get the R2 value is 0, then whatever the R1 value is there, that will be your final GCD. So GCD of 25 and 60 will be 5. Okay. So done, completed.
Ma'am, could you explain the GCD, the table once again?
This one. What we have to do is simply we have two values, A and the B values. So whatever the A value will be there, that we have to write under the R1 column. B value we have to write under the R2 column, right? One more column will be there, that is for quotient. Okay, this is for quotient and this is for remainder. So we are going to divide the value. We are going to calculate the mod for this particular number as well as the quotient for this. तो अभी 25 को 60 से डिवाइड करेंगे. Obviously हमें 0 से डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा. So the remaining value will be 25. So this will be your remainder, right? And this is your quotient. So we have written 0 here, 25 here, remainder right written here. Now in the next step, what we have to do? Simply we have to replace this R to the R2. Then we are going to write this R2 into the R1. Okay. The same thing we have to again repeat. अभी 60 को 25 से divide करना है. ठीक है. So 25 to the 50, remaining 10. So we have written the remainder here and the quotient here, right? अभी ये कब तक continue करना है? Till we will get the R2 value 0. तो यहाँ पे अभी क्या है? R2 value is still 25. So now we are going to replace this here. 10 we are going to write here. 25 we are going to write here. Now again 25 and 10. 10 to the 20. Remaining value is 5. So we have written remainder here and the quotient 2 we have written here. Okay. Still R2 is not 0. So we are going to take this R value as R2 and this R2 value as R1. Okay. So now 10 को फिर से 5 से divide करो. 5 to the 10. So we have remainder 0, quotient 2. So we have replaced this 0. We have written this 0 here and 5 into the R1 column. Now we have A as 5 and B as 0. R2 की value 0 आ गई हमारे पास. So we have to stop here. Okay. So once we will get the value of R2 0, whatever the R1 value will be there, that will be your GCD of those two integer values. Okay, GCD of 25 and 60 is equals to 5. So in this way, by using the Euclidean algorithm, you can find out the GCD. Now, there is one more related theorem is there, which is called as extended Euclidean algorithm. Extended Euclidean algorithm. Okay. Now, what is extended Euclidean algorithm? Here in this case, there will be given two integers A and B. Okay. Now here, apart from this A and B, we need to find out two integers which is called as S and T. By default इस variable का नाम S and T ही दिया गया है. ठीक है. Now how we have to find those integers S and T such that we will be having these two A and B values. Okay. And we have to calculate S and the T value. कैसे होने चाहिए वो S and T value such that S into A plus T into B, it should be GCD of A comma B. Okay. given two integers a and b, we need to find two integers, two more integers s and t. It should be like s into a plus t into b equals to GCD of a and b. अब ये s and t क्या है? This is called as s and t is also called as coefficient of Bizot's identity. इसको coefficient of Bizot's identity कहा जाता है. So by using the extended Euclidean algorithm, you can calculate the variable s and t, the values of s and t variables. Okay, कैसे calculate करते हैं? Now here we have to we have some, we can say, operation, we have some assumptions and some initializations. मतलब स्टैंडर्ड assumptions हैं इसके कुछ कि s की वैल्यू क्या, s1 st1 इसकी वैल्यू क्या लेनी है, and how we are going to calculate the t. There is a formula for that. वो क्या है formula, that we will see. यहाँ पे लिख देती हूँ, एक मिनट. Now whenever we are going to calculate the value of s and t, initially we are going to use s1 s2 and t1 t2 also, okay, in the calculation part. So the values will be initialized 1 0 and 0 1. S1 S2 की values रहेंगी 1 0, T1 T2 की values रहेगी 0 1. This is by default. Okay, this is the given part. Standard assumptions हैं, standard initializations है ये. And how we are going to calculate? Here first I will write S1 minus Q into T2. S1 minus Q into T2. Same T we are going to calculate by T1 minus Q into T2. Sorry, यहाँ पे S2 आएगा. S equals to S1 minus Q into S2. T equals to T1 minus Q into T2. This is the standard assumptions that we have to consider while we are solving this any numerical by using the extended Euclidean algorithm. And it's the values of S and T, whatever we will get, that should satisfy this condition. S into A plus T into B equals to GCD of A and B. Okay. Now let us understand this algorithm by using by solving one example. The question is, find the GCD of 161 and 28 and the value of S and T. The numerical will be asked like this only. Okay, find the GCD of this number, A and B कुछ value दिया रहेगा and the value of S and T. यही standard variables उसको use किए जाते हैं. ठीक है. Now here, if you understood this one, जैसे हमने ये table use करके ये calculate किया है ना, if it is clear to you, then you will get this very easily. ये same process है, बस कुछ columns यहाँ पे add होंगे अब. ठीक है, अगर वो पहले वाला क्लियर है तो ये आसानी से समझ में आ जाएगा. Now which columns we have to consider here? Q, जो पहले वाले थे सब आएंगे वैसे ही, R1, R2 and the R. ठीक है. Now here we are going to increment some few more columns, S1, S2 and S. Then T1, T2 and T. Okay. So in this way we are going to first of all prepare the table. Quotient R1, R2, R is for remainder, S1, S2, S, T1, T2 and T. We are going to calculate the final value of S, final value of T and final value of R. Okay. Now, what is our R1 and R2? 161 and 28. 161 and 28. Now, the same thing we are going to do. We are going to divide this number by using by 28. Whatever the quotient will be there, that we are going to write here. Whatever the remainder will be there, that we are going to write here. So 168 को 28 से करना है सो 5 सा अगर किया तो 140, 161 में से 140 गए तो 21, right? So remainder will be 21. Now we are going to repeat the same thing which we have done earlier. This R1 R will be written here, R2 will be written into this column. So 28 here and 21. इसके आगे का मैं बताती हूँ कैसे करना है, पहले ये वाला कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं. So 21 इधर लिखा, 28. So 21 ones are remaining will be 7. So here 7 and 28. 21, sorry. So 3 is a 0. So 0 and 7. So now here we have to stop, right? Because we received the value 0 of R2. So once the R2 is 0, we have to stop the process. So this will be your GCD. Okay. Now see, what is the initial value? What we have to write for the S1? The initial value is given 1, 0 and T1, 0, 1. Okay, 1, 0 and here 0, 1. And now to calculate the S, we have a formula S1 minus Q into S2. Now in this step, to calculate S, suppose we have S1 minus Q into S2 है ना, तो इसमें S1 क्या आएगा 1 माइनस Q, इस रो का जो भी Q है ना वो वैल्यू आएगी इधर 5 into S2 क्या है हमारा 0. So this is 0, 1 minus 0 will be 1. Fine. अब same thing we are going to repeat. S value will be written here, S2 value will be written here. Okay. Again we are going to calculate the S value. That is S1 is 0 minus, what is the quotient in this row? 1. 1 into S2. So 0 minus 1 will be minus 1. Okay. Same minus 1 and 1. So if we will put these values again into this formula, we will receive the value 4. Again we are going to swap this and minus 1. Okay. Now ये वाले कब तक करने हैं calculation? Up to the same row. Once we will reach to the R2 value 0, we have to stop entire calculation. This row will be the final row here. Okay. अब यहाँ पे क्या है? -1 and the 4. Here we have to stop. Okay. Same we are going to calculate the T1, T2 and the T. Initial value of the T1 is 0, T2 value is 1. We are going to put these values in the formula T1 minus Q into T2. Initially we have T1 0 minus quotient क्या है 5, 5 into 1, T2 की value 1 है ना, so 0 minus 5, that is minus 5. Okay, so swap these values, T value will be written into the T2, T2 value will be written into the T1. Again put these values, put this quotient into this formula, you will get the answer 6. Okay, swap this 6 minus 5. Okay, so once again T1 value, T2 value and the quotient value 3, if you will put this into this formula, you will get the answer minus 23. Fine, swap 23 and 6. Here we have to stop, right? Because once we will get the R2 value 0, we have to stop entire calculation at the same row. So belongs to this row, जिसमें R2 0 आया, that R1 becomes GCD. Okay, then this S1 becomes S value and this T1 becomes T value. Okay, क्या क्या किया हमने? We have the values 161 and 28. We have to find out the GCD for the same, and we are going to calculate the value for S and the T. Okay, so we have written the columns like quotient R1, R2, R, S1, S2, S, T1, T2, T, where R1 and R2 are given into the examples, that is the A and B values, 161 and the 28, with the 1 and the 0. T1, T2, we have to initialize with the 0 and the 1. Fine. The regular calculations we have to do, we have to perform the modulus operation. Remainder we are going to write here, quotient we are going to write here. We are going to continue until the R2 becomes 0. Once the R2 becomes 0, we will stop this calculation, and whatever the R1 value is there at that moment, that R1 will be the GCD of those two numbers. Okay, now here we have already initialized S1, S2, T1, T2. How we are going to calculate S1 minus Q into S2. Now that Q value will be depend upon the same row. किस रो के लिए आप कैलकुलेट कर रहे हो ना, उसी लाइन का क्वेश्चन आपको उसमें लेना है, उस फॉर्मूले में. So in this way we have again swapped all the values and then we received the S value and the T value. अब S और T कब तक कैलकुलेट करते जाना है, जहां पे हमने R2 0 के टाइम पे खत्म कर दिया, वहां के रो तक we will continue, right? So at that row whatever the S1 value is there, जैसे यहाँ पे R1 को GCD है, same S1 will be your S, T1 will be your T, final T answer. Okay, so now you have the GCD of क्या values है 161, 28. GCD of 161 and 28 is 7 आया ना. Then the S value is -1, T value is 6, जो हमें यहाँ पे S1 and T1 का मिला आखिरी में. ठीक है, we have written. So you can verify that by simply putting into this formula S into A plus T into B. देखो अब क्या करते हैं, वेरीफाई करके देख लेते हैं सही आता है कि नहीं. S into A plus T into B equals to, it should be GCD of A comma B. अब GCD of A comma B हमारा क्या आया है 7, S की वैल्यू -7 into A क्या है 161 प्लस T की वैल्यू क्या आई है 6 प्लस B की वैल्यू क्या है 28. तो देखो आ रहा है क्या, ये 161 है, ये -161 प्लस 28 6 कितना आता है, देखो जरा. 168 right equals to 7 है क्या, yes, 7 equals to 7. So this proves. Clear है? Is it clear, Ishan? Extended Euclidean algorithm to calculate the GCD of A and B, calculate the GCD of two variables as well as to calculate the S and T values. S and T क्या बोलते हैं उसे, coefficient of Bizot's identity. ठीक है, simply use table and this is the simple method. Fine. Okay, now by using extended Euclidean algorithm, we can also find multiplicative inverse. अब ये जो सारी चीजें है ना, जेसीडी हुआ, फिर एस एन टी की वैल्यू हुई, देन co-prime whether they are co-prime to each other or not, that we have checked, as well as this multiplicative inverse. So this we will need in one of the encryption algorithm. In between कहाँ पे हमको, क्योंकि ये concept अगर यूज कर रहे हैं तो इसका क्या मतलब होता है, इसकी वैल्यूज कैसे निकाली जाती है, that you should know. Okay, so by using the extended Euclidean algorithm we can also find out the multiplicative inverse. Okay, multiplicative inverse. Now, how we are going to calculate? By using the same table, but कहाँ तक कैसे जाना है, that I will tell you. Let us consider. Before that, let me know whether this extended Euclidean algorithm is clear to you or not. Do you want to solve one more example? I will give you one more example. Let me know the answer. Extended, just a minute. Write down, by using the extended Euclidean algorithm, find the GCD. Find the GCD of, let me check the values. One 105 and 80. Calculate for 105 and 80. Also find out S and T values. 105 and 80. Using extended Euclidean algorithm, find GCD of, इधर लिखते हैं क्या, GCD of 105 and 80, and also find S and T values. Solve by using table and let me know the answer. Post your answer in the chat box. So after this, we will stop today's session. In next session, we will continue with the next part to find out the multiplicative inverse and then Chinese remainder theorem.
Ma'am,